These catch and release traps are pretty handy. And although it works like a champ, it has some quality issues. Here you can see we caught one of our own chickens. And I caught her last week too. And this is the reason I like these traps. If you catch your own animal, no harm done, no foul. In this video, I'll go through the advantages and disadvantages of some of the brands. She's happy to get out of there, and I'm glad to still have a chicken. A lot of these traps are really cheaply made. You're lucky to get them out of the store without damage, let alone living in the real world. And you may say, well, it's steel. It should hold up to an animal, right? Believe it or not, these animals will just tear out of a cage like this. Not every time, but pretty frequently. Now, I've had this cage for about 10 years, but you can see I've probably rebuilt every piece of it. I replaced the back, I put more rabbit cage around it, but it works. Now take a look at this other brand here. This one's called Have a Heart. It actually feels like something. I've never used one, but just from the feel, this looks like it'd hold an animal in. Now it's not cheap. It's about 3 times the amount as the other ones. The cheaper models, you get 2 cages for about 30 bucks. I'm not happy with the quality, but they do work. You just have to maintain them. Yeah, I'm finding bent cages all around the store. You get what you pay for, but the cheap ones do work. Sometimes I find if you buy a tool too expensive, people steal them. It'll be sitting out in the yard and somebody will see 80 bucks there. I doubt anybody'd take one of these cheap ones. These are the things you gotta weigh out when you're buying stuff. Here's a cage big enough for a coyote, 170 bucks. Looks a little thin for a coyote. Maybe good for a non-aggressive dog. The main thing you gotta know when you're buying these cages, just because they're steel doesn't mean they're gonna hold that animal. Now with this extra cage wrapped around it, I haven't lost an animal in a long time. I think if I was gonna buy one of these cheaper ones again, I'd just reinforce it right from the get-go. Then you don't have to lose an animal while you're learning. So these are my thoughts on the different grades and qualities of these cages. Well, I really appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.